What's up, you guys? It's Boomoo. I just want to talk about if I started all over again. What would I do and what kind of business I will be starting based off of it. If I basically had $0 in my bank account, probably the easiest way I can probably do with no laptop, just having a cell phone and maybe a pen or paper is probably going door to door. No, going direct to consumer, using no advertisement, no billboard, actually having a company that has high commissions and need for the marketplace. Such things as like alarms, solar, water filtration, fences, restoration, construction, home improvement, anything that you can do that you can actually affiliate yourself as the liaison and able to connect contractors, connect companies where you can actually produce income for them, because technically you are eliminating the marketing, eliminating the middleman. You're just starting the project and ending the project and able to facilitate that. So there's a lot of high margin and volumes when it comes to those direct to consumer positions. And if I did start, I was gonna probably start my days from 11 a.m. or actually starting at 10:30 a.m. I would head to a retirement community, regardless of it has the no soliciting sign or soliciting sign in the neighborhood, and I'll start banging on doors around 10:30. The reason why I'll start at 10:30 is pretty simple. It's because you're gonna get people nowadays, since ever the pandemic, is gonna get people that work at home, and you're gonna get retirees in living in that community. One of the things that you also want to do is just make your time very efficient and effective at the same time. So when I get in the neighborhood, probably the houses I want to particularly focus on right away is houses with cars on the driveway, or if you hear some sign of life, anything that indicates that someone is home. Because the most important thing that you want to do is get conversations and interactions as soon as possible with minimal delay. The most important thing you want to do is focus on when you go houses with driveways is to get conversations, get an answer as soon as possible as you can, even though you're doing quality conversations, and try to go for the no, which basically means like know the list of people that are potentially going to sign up and the people that are straight up has minimal to no interest whatsoever. I would do that 10:30 all the way till around 12:30. Then I'll get my lunch from 12:30 all the way till 2 o'clock. Then I'll be banging my doors from 2 to 4. Then I'll do another break so I can go at my sessions where I'm gonna get the people that come back from work, which is gonna be 6 to 8. So if I do intervals of those times, basically my goal is to get anywhere from 60 to 100 doors a day if I was starting all over, right? With zero customer base. If I'm starting a brand new job and I had no money whatsoever, I just have a phone, maybe a laptop. Let's just say you do have a laptop and you have a reliable transportation. I think that's one of the ways that you can really start off, and I'll be doing that 6 days a week. 6 days a week from 10:30 all the way to 8 o'clock. It's gonna be a lot of hours and it's gonna take a lot of stamina. So the most important thing I always tell people, like, you have to have really good time management, but also good habits at the same time. If you're not going to the gym, you will run out of stamina. You're gonna be running out of breath. I always like to do it in the morning just so it knocks it off the day, and you already have like the dopamine baseline and also the sweats and having a good workout, good blood flow right off the bat, instead of getting all stressed out. Then at nighttime, where you're gonna work out and potentially wake your body up for the rest of the day. In order to have a really good sleep, manage your stress, I would recommend doing workouts in the morning. It's really hard, and I know it sucks. I haven't had a day where after doing the workout that I hate it. And that's what really separates what's gonna make your habits or make your days great, is by doing the things that you don't really want to do, the non-negotiables. What I like to also do is drink salt water, because when you sweat, you usually sweat salt out, sodium and all the minerals that you have acquired when you're sweating and out there in the field. I would like to drink salt water, also add the no salt, the potassium replacement salt, you can say substitute of that. Just drinking straight salt water or potassium water mixed together, it's just absolutely horrific. I won't even recommend my worst enemy to drink that. But if you can drink that, a full water bottle, glass water bottle, it changes the game. You will stay hydrated. You're able to tolerate your heat more, but you're gonna be in a good stand. So I recommend a really good nutrition and really good like setting for yourself, not just for your day, but your time. That is gonna really prepare yourself, setting your, not only your day, but also your week as well. Because if you can set up your day really well, it's gonna set up your week. And if you have a good week, you're most likely gonna have a good month. But it all starts with today. A lot of people spend half their life saying they're either too young or too old. One of the great quotes that I ever heard in my life, people basically spend half their life saying they're that in that side or that side. There's no such thing as a perfect timing, and the best time to start is always now, because our time is limited and we will spend half of our time just saying those two things most likely. If you end up going for 1,600 doors, right? If you just focus on the houses that have cars, you're probably gonna get almost like a 70-80% interaction ratio. So if you get about 30 no's, that's when you tend to get an appointment. Like, it's impossible not to get an appointment. So basically, if you get 30, get away from me, I'm not interested, you'll get an appointment on your 31st one. If you're really somewhat decent, of a decent representative or a veteran, about the 15th no is where you get actual yes. And the most important thing I always tell people is you want to fail on this job as soon as possible. Like, you want to fail fast. It's an industry that I always tell people, like, you have to fail to succeed. You get paid on the no's. I always tell people, let's get one more no. That's my mindset, because every no that I get, it gets closer to me to my paycheck, to the yes. I always keep my pitch the same regardless of how the neighborhood is, or what are the interactions I'm getting, or what kind of reply I'm getting back. Either they say I'm the 20th guy, 15th guy, I'm keeping my pitch the darn same. And it's very important that you understand the objections that you usually get, like the not interested, it is not the right time, my spouse said you have to talk to my spouse. Then you gotta follow up on that one, right? You gotta follow up on the spouse and get the objection, right? The money doesn't make sense. We don't see a need for that. Like, there's probably objections that you get all the time, 80% of the time, while you're in the field or while you're in the close. And so what you want to do is you want to actually master those objections, or find ways to overcome those rebuttals and have a better understanding. What are the clients saying? What are some of the misconceptions people have? Because obviously people are buying and there's a demand in the market. So you actually want to bring them up, and why you want to remind them on why you're there in the first place, and why so many people are taking advantage of it, along like the clients a couple doors down, or some people that have a similar objection or is going through a similar situation but able to still join the program, and some things that they're able to solve. So you want to implement stories and implement that confidence, that why are people still doing it even though they have that situation that the customer is addressing to you. And some of the great things I heard in sales is that the reason why people don't want to do it is actually the reason they actually end up wanting doing it at the same time. And if you can have stories, and if you have a better understanding what the program solves or the product solves, it'll be a game changer. When you go for the appointments, go for closes, you want to manage your calendar. I always use Google Calendar. Google Calendar has always been like magnificent for me, like does 1 hour intervals. The best part is like every sit that you have or every interaction that you have is the chance to ask for referrals. I always tell people, you know, your goal is to get off the doors as you become more experienced and get more sales. I didn't get like decent amount of referrals till my second year. I was putting 6 days a week, putting about 3 hours every single day. I used to be one of the worst at my position. What was really able for me to separate is not only the time I was putting in, but the amount of things that I was sacrificing. I was no longer eating out or spending money on drinks, alcohol being specifically, smokes, nicotine, social media, dating apps, things that actually required about 2.5 hours of my day on something that was not really making me money. I had to tell myself, all right, I need to mitigate these things that are not making me money, that just ruining my dopamine baseline and not feeling fulfilled whatsoever. So when I was putting those 2 hours like into reading, when I was not smoking or when I was not drinking, I replaced that going to the gym, just keeping myself busy, reading books when I usually watch YouTube videos, just to clear my mind. And if you keep on doing the things that you don't want to do, which I call discipline. Discipline is the true definition of freedom, because a lot of people, why they fail is not because they're not talented or don't have the skill set. They just end up not being disciplined on their schedule, disciplined on their lifestyle, disciplined on overcoming the bad habits that they have in place for themselves. Because if people were able to focus on 2-3 hours building a new skill, practicing the pitch, recording yourself, which I highly recommend, is to record your door pitches, record your closes, and find some areas that are having missing holes or end up not clicking, or finding the areas where your customers end up being confused, because confused minds don't end up buying anything at the end when it comes to your product and service. If you set 10 appointments, about half of them are going to actually sit, and out of the 5, 2 or 3 of them is actually going to qualify, and out of the 2 or 3, one of them is end up going to be a sale. If you get 4 to 5 appointments a day, you're basically going to get 2 sales or 1 sale basically a week. And you want to calculate, all right, do I want to have 1 sale a week, or do I want to have 2 sales a week, or do I want to have a sale every single day, and calculate how much money you're going to make on a weekly basis and ultimately a monthly basis. You're going to have some slow seasons, medium seasons, fast seasons. Despite the season, what it is, you want to have a very consistent schedule and a very consistent outcome to your business. Some of my best months I had were actually slow months or medium months. For some reason, when it comes to busy months, peak months, it was always usually the same for me. It's because I have a very consistent schedule when it comes to it. It's non-negotiable when it comes to your schedule or your work time. You focus on that, and whatever errands that you have, I like to do it super early in the day, because most businesses open up at 9 a.m. So I'll wake up an hour early or 30 minutes ahead of time just to knock some errands out. Really surprised. I think a lot of people think a lot of the errands that they runs about 2 to 3 hours. If you really dedicate your time and really go early and dress up on your errands, then go directly to the workplace, I think that will really fix a lot of problems that you have, even packing lunch as you go towards your errand, and if it approaches that time. So you're not going 3 places after your errand to go to work, changing your clothes to come back home, getting lunch somewhere else after you dress up, or stopping by the gas station after you ate lunch, or stopping by somewhere else because you didn't print your business cards, and so on and so forth, right? So it's really important to plan your day ahead and being prepared, having the materials, mastering your pitch, having a client list of people that you got to follow up, and always focus on creating new business opportunities, not just only people that you follow up. And always have a day where you are having potential 4 to 5 new clients in the future by just booking appointments, talking to people. And I would recommend going to a neighborhood that you're having success or have a lot of interactions, and staying there 2 to 3 weeks before you move somewhere else. People are constantly seeing you, especially if it's a nice neighborhood and you're getting good response, and they're not jerk neighborhoods where they're going to call the police or whatnot, or they're trying to kick you out. As long as you build a good reputation and doing consistent, elegant, persistent work and staying there, that's gonna make all the difference right there. It wasn't really my intention to be a guy knocking on the door and making money off people. It's ended up something I just wanted to do just part-time and make some money, then end up going to corporate America. That was my intention, just because I was running out of money. Then I end up figuring out that I think I can really do this and put myself in a career, and I actually really love the product than any other product that I had seen. I was thinking about quitting sales, then end up getting to know the industry and getting a taste of success. It just became my ultimate competitiveness to really chase the best version of myself, knowing that I have the best product, knowing I can be successful, knowing that I want to take this as a career, taking it to heights that I know that each year that I'm becoming a better version of myself. And now I'm just trying to be one of the best who ever did it. That's one of my intentions. Not because I feel like I'm better than most people, but it's more because I feel like I'm getting better than who I was days before, weeks before. Just getting 1% better getting more clients, talking to new people, getting used to the rejections, getting to new heights from a guy who had literally no money, find ways to be healthier, get in the gym, even though I was negotiating myself every day, not going to the gym, and finding ways to be happier even though I see these people on social media happier than I am, eliminating all the noises and just going full force. That's probably the most important thing. There's gonna be months where you're not gonna make any money, and there's gonna be a year where you put so much effort just going through the learning curve and not making any money at all. 80% of realtors, the first 2 years, they quit because it's so hard, so competitive. I knew this market was gonna be hard, complicated. Being in the solar industry, going door to door, I know that was going to be really competitive and hard, but I had a belief level. I was stupid enough not to quit. That foolishness, or you can say that courage, made me remain humble. And every day is like a blessing to me to go to work, because there's some people who can't work, or if they do work, they're not in the position they want to be. And it's a blessing to go every day, have the potential to help someone, and be in a position where you could be in a better place by not just only helping the world, but helping other people and having the opportunity to meet who you don't know, but who they know, and really growing your business to the next level. It's really funny to me how knocking on one door or the other door lead me to an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment, lead me to a car, a vehicle that really enjoy driving, my dream car, which is the Tesla Model 3. Getting people's interaction on the Model 3, something that I've been driving for a year almost, and people being amazed and telling me this is their first time, and just having that interaction, just humbleness, and just remembering where I come from, it just really humbles me, like what this opportunity allowed me to do. And really, when you become successful, where your next level of income is teaching this to the next person in line, teaching the next guy in line coming in this industry. Because when you can duplicate this and have a team to start off, that's when the excitement happens, and creating systems, what made you successful, and spreading that, bringing that a culture. Now you're talking about not only making money for yourself, but making money for an entire organization, an entire company. So it all starts with discipline of the schedule, your lifestyle, executing that, and destroying the lower self, destroying your past of who you are as a person. And it'll take days, months, or maybe even just like myself, it took me about 2.5 years to really get good at this. I just never quit. I just had a belief. And when people ask me like, how come you didn't quit, or what made me push forward, was actually the people around the company, but people that I met in my life that were complimenting me, telling me I have a good heart, telling that I'll have potential, even though there was people that told me that I was not good. All it took for me was finding a good company, a good culture, and from there it was just about putting in the time, the effort, the hours, the days, and just going at it non-stop. Keep on going while it hurts, keep on going while life is happening, keep on going while you're still having a great day, a great month, a great week, and a great year. Things are hitting the fan all of a sudden, still going, and that's how you get 1% better every single day and becoming a better version of yourself. If you don't get disciplined and follow your schedule, that's what's going to really ruin you. It's about you versus you, and that's what really matters, not what other people are doing, not what other people in the competition is doing, or industry or company. And I think that will set you free, and that's what will create you not only a better business, but be in a better position overall in life as well. I hope that really helps whoever the next guy is in line. Please do share it, because I was that kid who was scared and afraid, not able to make it, scared that one day I have to go back to my parents at 30 years old, being embarrassed and thinking myself as a failure around my friends and family. But one day, that day will come. Build that momentum. Don't take off the gas brake, just keep on going, and you will find your success. It just took me about 2.5 years to do that, and now I'm here. Whoever is facing the difficulty that you went through, or just like myself, I wish this video encourages you to help to the next person in line, because that's what they did for me, the people before me. This is the video that I want to share and that I want to pass on to the next person, and I want to see you guys in the next video. And please share me your success once you reach that, or a certain level of success, that you're in a better position than you were in the year before or 2 years ago. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.